Good late Thursday, early Friday meteorologist Casey Cloud here in the Weather Center right now, giving a look at the Doppler radar perspective there as we're looking there into the overnight hours between Thursday night and Friday morning, Roy. You can kind of see here that it's looking pretty calm across the area. Of course, that hasn't been a story toward areas there of South Florida. And the temperatures here locally, well, they're sitting pretty warm, but it is, really toward that summertime period there. And that's kind of what we expect for this time of year. I mean, 80 degrees Tallahassee, 80 around Perry, 81 in Cross City. Just kind of giving you guys an idea of what's going on here across the region. I mean, a little bit cooler around Keystone, 73. I know we're out here east of Stark, 71 degrees. So that kind of gives you an idea of what's going on. I know I've been watching some severe weather action across the center of the country here, and still have a watch and play, a warning there in play Missouri, another one out of Norway. I know going to be watching the weather for Omaha, Nebraska, where both the Florida State Seminoles and the Florida Gators are in the Men's College World Series, the final 8 there. And at least for Friday night, the weather looks like it could be a little rainy at a point there earlier on. Hopefully, though, they can still get the game in. Now, we're going to have to kind of watch because thunderstorm action, I mean, it'll be around at points. So, right now, based on the latest model, and Friday night may end up being okay, but there's so many different games there. I'll have to kind of monitor the forecast because there will be storms at times in Omaha. I know they had some storminess there going back Wednesday night, pretty intense. So, just going to have to kind of be in a wait and see approach there to some degree. But, I mean, of course, that pitching there that kind of gets us set there. And I just hope, for at least my Seminoles' sake, that doesn't get disrupted there by any weather concerns. But that's looking up toward Omaha, Nebraska there, as we're looking at things right now there in eastern parts of Nebraska there. And temperatures right now low to mid 70s. But as we get back over toward our region here, I know just kind of looking at things. Been seeing all that rain again towards South Florida. There could be a tropical disturbance I'll be watching. That might be a Mexico or southern Texas concern coming up. This disturbance here didn't get named, so we haven't used the name Alberto yet. That was 12-hour rainfall. If you're wondering what I was pulling up there, could have been worse on Thursday. Was very bad on Wednesday. There was a flash flood emergency in play there for a time around areas of Hollywood, Florida, for instance. So, not a good situation there. I know a lot of different things going on as we're looking toward this weekend. I know today, this Friday, is Flag Day. Sunday, there is Father's Day. And then going into next week, there, next Wednesday is Juneteenth. So, a few different things going on there over the course of the next week or so as we're looking at things there and toward the timeline. But some different, holidays in play there and the like. So maybe getting some time there off from work to enjoy things there as we're kind of looking at the overall timeline. Let's go ahead and pull up right now the tropical climatology. I'll say here, looking at the peak of hurricane season there in September. Right now, again, no local threats. We had that system with just so much rain over towards South Florida. Wasn't tropical, but still a problem. Not a name, but still an issue. I know this is the last day on that Friday, that tax-free time for now for disaster preparedness. Alberto the first name, then Beryl and Chris. And then you see the next 7 days of rainfall. Still some more precip expected towards South Florida. Hopefully it won't be as much of a flooding situation as we look ahead. And we'll watch things toward the Gulf Coast and the like here, at the tropics. So if we have any other disturbances, we'll have to keep our eyes on. I know. And just even watch the one in particular that could be an issue toward the Bay of Campeche there. Just to see if things shift around any. But cloudweather.com/radar interactive. Look at things when we're not on the air. Even when we're on the air, if we're not zooming into the spot you want to look at, you can use that. Of course, we're always on Bernie Tornado Warning Storm within the 62 counties. It's been a pretty quiet summer, per se, season. I know it's not officially summer yet, but in some ways it kind of is here on the overall meteorology calendar as we're kind of checking things out there. I know I just haven't had the pop-up storms to the degree we generally have. But of course, we kind of made up for that last month in Tallahassee with all those tornadoes there developing. Just a terrible, deadly situation there. But right now it's been pretty drier than usual here. But we are always on for any tornado warning storm within the 62 counties, and then it's just, with nothing to it so dry, we gotta watch out for that wildfire danger to some degree. So, just something to kind of keep in mind here. Just hopefully we get more precip. I've had the lower rain chances, some of that extended outlook there. 30 for those rain chances the next couple of days, and up to 40% Sunday through Thursday. Kind of broad-breasting things here, and the models kind of overdid things a little with the forecasted rainfall for area with that system to the south. We just didn't get as much moisture overall here to evolve, which is, okay if you don't want your plans disrupted. But again, we kind of do need rain. I know they've needed it more towards South Florida, and I know they've had some of that, drought issue, depending on where they're located. Folks down there, that is alleviated, but it came at the cost of the flood. And of course, we did have a rogue severe storm had to go on for Wednesday evening toward areas there. Was that Wednesday? No, it was Tuesday. Got to keep track of my days here a little bit, but I guess Tuesday evening is when it was that rogue storm around Gainesville. We were tracking things there. Had that storminess in toward parts of Alachua County. You can see though temperatures above average here, a little bit too warm, than what you would want here. And then you see those lows there, 72, 73 or so a little bit above average in that department as well. Granted, we're already at 71 degrees to start, but just, in terms of the overall broad brush of the temperature here, that temperature forecast, we're expecting a little bit warmer than we generally would see across our area. So, but the highs are the bigger story, that departure, as you're kind of looking at things. So, again, just kind of giving you an idea of what's going on there. We'll go ahead and jump back on over to our other view here. Start to wrap things up. I know we're still watching some national severe stories like in Missouri. A severe thunderstorm this morning just issued for parts of Camden, Miller, and Morgan counties up there. That goes into about 1 a.m. Central Time. So Lake of the Ozarks impacted there, for instance. So if you know anybody around there, just give them the heads up that's in their region. As we kind of go ahead and get back on over toward that local perspective here. I think that pretty much does it for tonight as we're kind of looking at things. Just trying to give you the very latest here. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. I know. Here's all the different platforms. Facebook, Casey Cloud, everybody X Cloud Weather. Twitter /X at Cloud Casey. YouTube at Cloud Weather. Twitch Cloud Weather. And then cloudweather.com. So enjoy that weekend, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. Stay safe.